Okay, this game ends in a mate in 4. That's really exciting. Now, the reason that I shared this game is because the opponent was making really fast moves in the beginning that ended up costing him at the end, and I almost ran out of time, but I did get the checkmate in time. So here we go. First couple moves, I'm playing black. All right, so we made about these 4 moves in a few seconds. Nobody's really thinking. I looked at his position. I thought, I don't know what that is. I don't know any theory from now. We're just playing chess. So let's see. I'm going ahead and attacking the D file basically with that move C5. Okay, he puts the fianchetto dark square bishop on, and I decided to defend my knight by moving the other knight into a way that it can defend it. He wants to put the other fianchetto. He's also moving instantaneously again, and so I decided, all right, well, I'm going to get a fianchetto on the dark square diagonal as well. So there we are. Both of us have a dark square fianchetto, which means the bishop on that corner square. So I castled at this point. Okay, there's 8 moves have been played. I'm feeling pretty good about the position, but as you can see, Stockfish thinks this is a dead draw right now. Okay, he moves the queen up. I move over the queen to the A file. Okay, so now he moves up his C pawn, which I don't go for. I move the knight out of the way, so now my bishop is attacking his bishop. He trades, and I move the knight back so that the knight is protecting the king. He castles here on move 12. Now I put this other knight into a more central position, allowing the bishop to also get a square, the light square bishop that is. So now he uses his C pawn to take my D pawn. I take it with the knight as opposed to opening the E file. And he attacks the queen with the knight. We just move the queen back. And he advances once again with the knight. And you can see that the evaluation bar goes over a little bit towards black at this point. Why? Because this knight is easily attacked. We're going to attack its defender first with a pawn move, okay? And so at this point he makes a huge blunder and takes this knight in the center of the board. All right, so let's see what happens. This knight is now attacked by 2 different pawns, and if it moves, the queen is going to take this central knight. So he just makes a stupid move, takes this pawn over here. I take it, and his knight is still in trouble over here. He moves it back. So at this point, he made that move because he's thinking that, oh, this guy's taking so much time thinking about all of his moves. I'm just going to move fast, and I'm going to win this game on time. All right, so I move the rook more into the center of the board, and it's looking at this queen. He moves the rook, also looking at my queen. Okay. I move out the light square bishop for the first time. It's on a diagonal that has both the queen and the rook over here. So he moves the queen back, but he's retreating, and the white position gets even worse. Okay, so I move this pawn out of the way so that this bishop is attacking this pawn. How's he going to defend it? By moving the queen back. Okay, all right, so we created this terrible diagonal. This pawn is pinned. So I double the rook. Well, not really double the rook, but I add more support on the C file there. He gets ready to double his rooks on C. I move the queen out of the way because I don't need that. Now the queen and the bishop are both attacking this pawn. He takes a pawn because he thinks that Oh, I have 2 rooks attacking this pawn. You only have 1 rook. I trade once, okay, but now I just make the pawn back up by getting this pawn on the light square d3 and attacking the queen. He has to retreat once again. And here we are using this knight to come out of defense mode and attack this rook, which has made it into the middle of the board. He moves over and attacks this pawn over here. Now I let that pawn go and I move in here a little bit for a potential light square checkmate attack. Okay, he wants to defend, but he put his queen on f3, which is not going to work. So I attack this pawn here, and I hope that I can maybe advance this knight if he takes. But he moves the queen out of the way. Now this move was simply to defend this rook. The queen had been attacking it. Okay, so I moved the king over. No big deal. And then he checks me from there. So I move the king back away. And now he takes the pawn, which is nice because now which seems nice because now it looks like the queen is defending this pawn, but now we have a mate absolutely ready to happen because look at this, boom. Look at this. Queen here. The only thing stopping it right now is the knight defending the f1. So how do we go about what we're gonna do here? Well, if we move this out of the way and he takes it, we also have checkmate because now the rook will be able to come down to e1. So that's exactly what we do. It looks like we just gave him a knight, but we're getting ready to put this rook on e1. Checkmate. He sees that and moves the knight or the rook over. I'm less than 20 seconds here. He's got a minute, so he still thinks that he's going to win on time. But here's the force mate. Move this knight in here to fork the rook and the king. His really only option is moving this knight away, but that's going to allow that checkmate that we had talked about earlier. So he takes the knight, and on move 33 with 9.9 seconds left, I checkmate.